Hey, what's going on, guys? Master Shields here, Champions Martial Arts Center. This is Talk Tuesday, episode number 8. On today's show, we're talking about women's self-defense, summertime, and the Golden State Warriors. We're diving right into the show, no fluff, no filler, just questions and answers. Number 1, the first question that we have, I own a gun. Why do I need women's self-defense classes? So this is a very common question that I hear on a regular basis, and it's a misconception that people have. It's awesome if you have a gun, a knife, mace, a weapon, something that's great to have. That's one deterrent that you have in the whole self-defense aspect. But I want you to think of it this way. Number 1, if you don't have a concealed carry license to carry that weapon on a regular basis, there's a good chance attacks will happen in other places. So if your gun is at home, that's the only place that you can use that particular device. But if you are in the parking lot of Walmart buying groceries and you're walking to your car at 9:30 at night and someone happens to decide to attack you, then you don't have that weapon that you were so adamant about in the beginning of our conversation. Number 2, if you have a knife, pepper spray, mace, a Kupaton, and those are in your purse, here's a crazy thing to think about. An attacker is not going to give you enough time to get to your purse. They're not going to attack you and say, oh, sure, open up your purse. That's not going to happen. You're not going to have enough time to react, get to your purse, open it up, go through it just to find that one thing. So having women's self-defense classes in place is important. Why do you think we go to driver's ed? Hey, I have a seatbelt in my car. I'm okay. Why do I need driving lessons? You know, you might get into a car accident, things might happen, so you need to know what to do just in case. Why do they have birthing classes for new parents? So they know what to do. Hey, I've seen videos on YouTube. I know what to expect and what to do. You need to have resources in place. Why do kids have tutoring options? Why are there so many extra things involved in everything that we do to really help you get better? Hey, I go to the gym. I can use the bikes and the machines. Great. Why are there personal trainers there? To help you get the results that you want. The same thing goes for a women's self-defense class. You have a gun, awesome, that will protect you if someone attacks you in your house. Okay? So think about this. If you're at the front, it's 2:30 in the afternoon, someone busts through your front door, you have to run upstairs or run wherever that weapon is, but if they don't give you enough time to get to that weapon, you're in trouble. If you're in the parking lot somewhere walking to your car, or you're out with friends and someone attacks you, that gun's not going to help you, and the weapons that you have in your purse, if you can get to them fast enough, great, but there's a really, really good chance that you're not going to be able to get to those particular weapons fast enough to use them. So it's imperative that you get to a women's self-defense class just to learn all the great resources that are available. Most people don't know what to do if someone grabs you, chokes you, pushes you, punches you, kicks you, tackle you. They don't know those things. That's just not instinctive. If someone grabs your hand, you're going to pull back, but that's the wrong thing to do. You're not playing tug-of-war with limbs. You want to know what's the right way to get out. If someone chokes you and they're pushing you against a wall, muscle's not going to help you. The most common response is, I'm going to come inside and bend their arms. It's not going to happen. They're stronger, they're bigger, they're tougher. I have to know what to do in those scenarios. So it's absolutely important that you provide yourself with enough resources possible to protect yourself. Self-defense is something that we have to learn. We're not born with it. We're not instinctively born as black belts and world champions. You have to know what to do if something were to happen. The same reason that you send your kids to driver's ed. I'm sure they can drive a car if need be. They have a seatbelt to protect them, but if they don't know how to operate that machine, they don't know what to do, and ultimately a lot of negative stuff can come from that. The same thing goes if you have a weapon, if you have something to protect yourself, great, only if you're able to use it. But if you don't have the opportunity to use it to protect yourself, you're in a lot of trouble. So it's absolutely important to gain as much knowledge as you possibly can in protecting yourself. This is yourself that you're talking about. This is you. You're protecting yourself. This could be potentially protecting your children, your family, your friends. If you don't know what to do in different scenarios and situations, you're in a lot of trouble. So that is the absolute reason, the prime reason you should be involved in a women's self-defense program, whether it's with us, whether it's somewhere else. Get involved and learn as much as you can, because at the end of the day, you have to protect you. I can't protect you, someone else can't protect you. You have to know what to do in case something were to happen, whether it's an attacker in the parking lot, whether it's a significant other. You have to know what to do to protect yourself and keep yourself safe. So do whatever you possibly can to get to a women's self-defense class. We have classes every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. You're more than welcome to come and try classes out. Learn, learn, learn. Be a student again. Go back to school in a sense and protect yourself. Learn what to do and help yourself and help others. That's why it's important to know what to do with women's self-defense classes. Question number 2 is all about the summertime. Should I let my kids take breaks in the summer? No. The answer to that is no. Here's the reason why. Kids are creatures of habit and they're creatures of pattern. I talk about this a lot in class and in all of our videos. When you have your kids going in a specific pattern of X, Y, and Z, and this is what they're used to, and you change that and make them do A, B, and C, that becomes the norm, that becomes what they're used to, and then trying to change that habit to go back to another one doesn't make sense and it doesn't work. We're always constantly playing catch up in society. If you look at how the school year works, you go to school for 9 months and then you take the summer off, and then when you go back to school, you're constantly playing catch up, trying to relearn and get them caught back up and get them back in the swing of things. Think about sports teams. If you looked at the Seahawks last year, they had a great year prior. They won the Super Bowl, and then they went in, and then they had some troubles and they lost that Super Bowl. But then they said, we're going to come back and we're going to do this, and then we came back in and we had a really rough beginning. We had a hard beginning. We finished strong, but we had a hard start. What if there was no breaks in everything that we did? In Asian countries, this is kind of what happens. When I grew up there, this was the norm. Kids go to school, then they go to English lessons, piano lessons, violin lessons, martial arts lessons, and this is going well into 8, 9 p.m. And then they have to go home, have dinner, and then they have all their homework, and they do it again. But that's consistent. Weekends, that's what weekends look like. They go to English classes, back to piano lessons, martial arts, violin, all these different activities, and they're getting really good at those things. And they're always staying ahead of the curve. If you look at the education system, we're constantly looking at ourselves as a society as playing catch up because we're not as good as other cultures, because we take breaks. We pause everything. You pause TV, you pause movies, you can pause activities just because we get in that habit. Think about if you were to go to the gym for 9 months and then you said, hey, I'm taking the summer off. What's going to happen? You're going to barbecue. You're going to enjoy the time out in the pool. You're going to just do whatever you want. You're not, working now. You're not staying fit. And then when you're supposed to go back, it's a lot harder to get back in that habit because you're already used to what's going on. That's a huge thing. Think about vacations, taking vacations, and then you get back to work and you're struggling, you're sluggish because you just want to be back on vacation. If we pause everything that we do, we're consistently going to have a game of catch-up. If you look at combat sports, look at fighters who consistently have long layoffs between fights, and then they come back to fight, and then they get knocked out, or they get injured because of what's called ring rust. All these breaks and these pauses. Then you look at fighters that are consistently active and they're always working, they're always doing things. Those are the guys that are consistently winning. You don't want to lose, you want to win. Look at life as a sport, as a fight. You want to be a winner rather than losing all the time and playing catch up and trying to get back to where you were. You take 3 steps forwards and you take these breaks and then you take 5 steps back. You don't want to constantly try and catch up. So training throughout the summer and continuing activities in the summer is great because it's going to help you prevent summer weight gain. It's going to help you prevent summer learning loss. It's going to help have emotional and social stability. These are things that are vital to keeping your kids growing in their development and helping them just be the best they possibly can. So no, don't take breaks. You can reduce your schedule and have a skeleton schedule, but don't quit completely. True story, I had a student a long time ago. They were going to take a break for just the summer and then start back up in the school year. Fall came around, they were off for 2-3 months. Fall came back on, school starts, and hey, you're supposed to be back in class, what's going on? So-and-so's having a really hard time with the new school year. We're going to let them get accustomed to that, and then we'll be back. So there's the new pattern. So habit A was summertime. Habit B is now getting in the habit of the school year, the school work. And then Christmas came around, another break. New Year comes around, hey, another habit, another pattern, and here we are, spring break, another pattern, another habit, and they're consistently playing catch up to all these different things, and here we are 3-4 years later, they still haven't come back. So if you're thinking about taking a break in anything, whether it's martial arts, whether it's a sport, whether it's an activity, don't do it. For the sake of your kids' success, don't take a break, because I promise you they're not going to get back into what they were doing, or if they do, it's not going to be as easy. The transition won't be as well, and playing catch up is going to be more of a headache than anything, which will ultimately stunt their growth, and they're going to ultimately quit that activity that they once enjoyed based on that break. So whatever you do, don't halt your kids' success. Don't hold them back by saying, let's take breaks. Change the schedule, skeleton schedule it out, reduce the schedule, something to help, but don't quit altogether. Don't take a break altogether. Accomplish the goal that you started. Do that, and I promise you, you will see huge success with your kids. And again, there won't be headaches when you're trying to get them back into those activities that you took breaks from. The last topic of the day, the last question, is all about the Golden State Warriors and their mindset. Question number 3. I'm in a rut. How do I get to the next level in life? So this is a great question. I'm not sure if this is an anonymous question. I'm not sure if it was from a parent, a student, a teenager. I don't really know who it's from, but this can apply to anyone. And the reason I'm using the Golden State Warriors for this example is because they're incredible, but years ago they weren't. Golden State hasn't been relevant since the mid-90s when they had Chris Webber. That's when they were relevant back then. Now that's basketball. Basketball revolves around the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry. And now you know who the teammates are and all of those people because of what they did, what their mindset entailed. You look at their coach, Steve Kerr, phenomenal basketball player, incredible athlete. This is his first team he's ever coached. First time coaching a team, and you take them to win the championship. You take them back-to-back years being the most dominant team in basketball. Second year coaching, now they broke the Bulls record of 72 wins. That's incredible, all because they believed in what they did. They believed in themselves, and everybody else said that, hey, you're not good enough, you're not going to be a great team, you're not going to be a dominant team, it's just not possible. I grew up my entire life in a family where nobody had college educations, nobody had degrees, everybody had just a regular job, a regular 9-to-5 job. Everything was the norm. It was the norm to be average, just to do that. I didn't want to fall under that particular umbrella, so I went out and I followed my heart. I wanted to help people. I opened up a business, and here we are 10 years later, and we're still kicking and doing awesome. But in those 10 years, I would constantly hear, hey, go get a real job, go get a regular job, you should quit, you should stop, you should do this. And I always had these deterrents of pulling me down. But the one thing I had in common with the Golden State Warriors is I believed. And the first part of the word believe is be. I had to be that person that believed in what I was doing. Believe in yourself, believe in what you want to accomplish, believe in your goals. That's how you're going to get out of a rut. Set goals, set long-term goals, short-term goals, celebrate small successes, and be that person. Be the person that believes in what they're going to accomplish. Be the person that can see the future, that sees what's going to happen, because, my friend, you're in the driver's seat. You're the person that's controlling everything. You control your emotions, your ideas, your thought process, everything. Take a second and close your eyes. Yeah, close your eyes. Think about the worst possible thing possible. Think about a sad thought. You got it? It's in your head? Think about that. Now you're probably feeling sad. You're feeling down. You're not as happy as you were before you thought about that. Now think about something happy, exciting. Think about a dream vacation. If I sent you and a friend to Bora Bora for 2 weeks, that would be incredible, right? That's a happy experience, a happy thought. You control your thoughts. You control all these things. You're being that person with those thoughts. You're being that person in Bora Bora. So think about this. If you want to get out of a rut and you want to go to the next level, create goals, set goals, be the person that sees those goals and believe in those goals and believe in yourself. Believe that you can accomplish anything that you think of and dream of. As cliche as that sounds, I promise you, if you believe in yourself and believe in everything you can do, I promise you, you will see great success. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't. Because if you believe in other people's thoughts and other people's ideas, then that's going to deter you from the path you want to go on. If you have a person as a speed bump telling you stop, you should get a regular job, you should do this, that, they're not in control of your life. You are. So go in 100% and believe in yourself, believe in what you're capable of, believe in your goals, and believe that you can do it. Just like the Golden State Warriors, they believe that they could be the most dominant team in basketball. They believe they can put together the best team there is. They believe that they can be successful. And look at them now. They're killing it. You can do the same thing. So, try that and see what happens. I promise you, you'll see great success if you do that. Change your mindset, change your thinking, and you'll see a huge change, and you'll see a whole new you. I promise you that. Until next week, guys, you keep asking questions, I'll keep answering them.